Do you love breakdowns? Do you need stats? Do you crave insight? Download the AllStar app. UFC, Bellator, PFL 1 Championship, and more. Ad-free, fully customizable. Download the best app in the business. Link in descriptions. UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi. It's a sick-ass card. The main event, man, like, this is the fight, right?
I'm
This
going to
is
tell
the
you right
fight.
now. Ready?
Yeah.
Here's the fight. I'm going to tell you right now. Charles subs. Charles subs him. Calling it right now.
Subs him.
Subs him.
And why do you
Subs
feel
him.
that that's going to happen? I know you're a jiu-jitsu guy. You got a jiu-jitsu background.
I agree. I do have a jiu-jitsu background. Charles is going to sub him. My brother brought this to my point of view, to my attention, and it's really been weighing on my mind ever since he brought it. I don't think Charles is going to sub him off his back. I don't think Charles is going to sub him on top. I don't think Charles is going to be on top. I think Charles is going to sub him off the cage. He's going to lock a submission up off of the cage, whether it's Islam trying to take him down from strikes. He's going to wrap his neck up. He's going to do something. He's going to take him off the cage. It's really been bothering me, and it's been really like weighing on my conscience. Like, do I place a bet on this? Like, I need like specifics. Like this is really going to happen. I think that he's going to do it. I think Charles is going to sub him off the cage, probably early second round. Yeah, I'm going second round. Oh, baby. I'm getting all nervous. My hands are sweating. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go.
Khabib is super confident, right? He said that
you got to be,
Islam's
right?
going to run through Charles. Like, how do you, run through at that level? It's very hard to predict something like that.
I respect Khabib and what he's done. I respect Khabib and his opinion, but he's fucking wrong. Sorry, Khabib. He's not running through. And if he runs through him, I'll eat my words. I'll apologize. But if he runs through Oliveira, there's everyone in that division just needs to just leave the division because no one's beating him. No one is going to beat him. Like, Oliveira is really good. Like, I really enjoy Oliveira fighting because he's like, he comes forward. He's like, all right, let's go. Let's swing. You think you're a better striker than me? That's fine. You can knock me down. That's fine. But I'm literally going to wrap your neck up and I'm going to strangle you. And he's done that to his last guys? His last 3 opponents? His last 4 opponents?
They're all top 5 guys.
Now, granted, they're all top 5 guys and they're all not, him. They're not Islam. They're not that wrestler, the type of grappler. I get it. But the guys that Islam has fought are not Charles Oliveira. Like, Islam's ran through dudes. He's ran through everybody. Yeah. But Charles. Like, I don't think it's happening. Like, I respect Khabib. I just don't think he's running through Charles. I just don't.
That's why I love the sport, man. I love asking fighters about matchups. Fighters always have their inclinations. They see things differently from fans, even from myself. Yeah. And so you see Islam, because Charles is like, he's so, like, he can finish you anywhere. Like, literally, he can finish you on the feet. He can finish you off the fence, on the ground, off his back, on top. He can finish you anywhere. Like, nobody is Charles. Like, you'll see Islam finish people on the ground, right? Submission, maybe TKO, right? But you don't see him finishing dudes on the feet, knocking them out. You don't see that. Like,
it's the variety,
Yeah, it's the variety of like finishes. Yeah. But Islam is so strong at what he does, right? He's so like,
I know.
So
when he choked, who was it? Drew Dober. When he choked Drew Dober from top half with the head and arm, that means you gotta if you can choke someone, you gotta fucking squeeze. Like, you gotta squeeze, and he's got a squeeze. But I also think that Charles has a squeeze. Like,
oh, definitely.
And his super long arms.
Yeah.
He's got a
Darces and guillotines
and just variations of those chokes. I just think it's going to be a good one, man. I'm going to be up. I'm going to be super excited. Yeah. I'm not doing anything that day. Like, I think the fight card starts at like 2 p.m. Eastern time or something like that. I'm going to be home. My phone might be off. my kid. I'm gonna get a babysitter, send my kids away. I'm not doing anything. Like, just leave daddy alone. Just daddy's gonna sit in front of the TV and just watch this whole card. Just let me be. What do you think is gonna happen?
Fuck, man. I've been asking like all these coaches, all these fighters, exactly like what's gonna happen in this fight, and it's a toss up, man. And I feel like a lot of people that I'm not saying the fighters or coaches, but I say a lot of people are picking off emotion, that they love what Charles has done, and
that's true.
and they don't like Islam or they don't like Khabib. Yeah, they despise the other side, so they want to go. Yeah, I like both of them too. They're great.
I just think that Charles has a more varied. He's got more varied options to finish the fight, I think. So we'll see.
So you see, because Charles will come out and he'll just invite chaos.
Yeah, he'll literally like walk you down and just start hitting your elbows and be like, "Okay, take me down. I'm gonna wrap your neck up." And then we're gonna see if Islam does that. And like I was been watching Will Harris, Anatomy of a Fighter, and all that about the preludes and all that, and Khabib has been saying that he's too good on top and he's never felt it. And it's true, but Islam has never felt anyone like Charles. I get it. And, Khabib's making this whole big thing about how Charles has tapped 8 times in the UFC and all this. So Islam, I think Islam has a lot more pressure on him than Charles does, to be honest with you. I think from the media, from Khabib himself, from the pressure from Khabib's dad, and the whole camp, I think there's a lot more pressure on Islam than there is Charles. And I think that's going to play a factor in this.
People like to use MMA math when it's to their advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people like that, right? They just love MMA math when it's to their advantage, right? But when someone else tries to use it, they're like, nah, hold up.
Nah, like, no, man. No, that ain't going to work. Yeah.
That's MMA math, man. What are you talking about? It's like bro science, right? Yep. Bro science is only good when it's to your advantage. What are you trying to explain?
Bro science and MMA math is never wrong. They're never wrong. Ever.
That's the best. That's the best mix of combination right there to anything in MMA and fighting, right?
Pretty much.
It's
pretty much.
Yeah, if I was gonna put like a bet on it, and I don't know who the underdog. I think it's pretty damn even. If there was even,
I think it is pretty close. Yeah.
So
I'm not sure.
I don't know. With the fight so even.
Yeah, a whole whopping $10 on Charles.
Yeah, $10. Yeah, I'll put like 10 cents on it. Yeah, 10
that's
cents.
it, dude.
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
Nothing nuts. Oh man, I could see Islam taking him to the ground and playing safe for 25 minutes. Like I can see that happening. Like doing his thing, right? And he's done it.
Like who's going to be the ref? Also, that plays a factor, and how quickly is that ref going to be to stand them up or not stand them up or allow them to work in certain positions, like on the cage when Charles subs him off the cage and locks up a Darce choke, and he's going to lock up the Darce choke and then throw the triangle over top, and he's going to sub him that way. And I can't wait for this to go viral because I called it. So it's going to happen.
They're going to write. They're going to write headlines off this. They're going to write headlines off this.
I can't wait till Khabib starts tweeting me like, "You have no idea what you're talking about, brother." Like, I smash you. I come up to heavyweight, I smash you. I'm like, oh god, Khabib, here we go.
He's probably heavyweight right now, dude. He's pretty big.
Dude, from the Anatomy of a Fighter, he looks like he's a heavyweight, man. That boy big. He's big. He's eating Coca-Cola.
When I went to Phuket, he runs the AKA Thailand out there.
AKA Thailand, yeah.
Yeah, and he, when Khabib and Islam and that crew first came to AKA, Mike's crew was there the whole time. Trained with all of those guys, and he was telling me that if there was a guy to beat Khabib, it would be Islam. Like that's what he believes. He believes that if anybody could beat Khabib, it would be Islam. And I'm just like,
well, that was always the rumors, and that's what Javier Mendez always said. He's like, the only person to ever beat Khabib in the gym or beat around was Islam. He's the only one to ever do it. I mean, but are we building up, to this mythical creature that is Islam? Like, is this all a part of it? Like, is this what's going to happen? Like, if we need to stop being, mystics and thinking about these gym stories and everything, just solid paperwork. Like, solid objectivity, I think Charles gets it done. I honestly think Charles gets it done.
Before we go, I'll give you my prediction. I think Charles wins the fight as well, because the reason why, not just to agree with you, but because I just think like you said, he has all these ways to win, you know. And if he does go in there and gets beat up and smashed and subbed or whatever by Islam, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, Islam
it is what it is.
Proves everybody wrong. Like, I am the best, and like you said earlier, everybody else just needs to leave the division. It'll be
Everyone
like Amanda Nunes at 145.
Yeah, just stop.
There's a champion with nobody.
In
the rankings.
No one's beating him. If he does what Khabib says and he runs through Charles, you know, and if there isn't like some kind of, you know, sickness of Charles or something like that Charles could be like, no, I have pneumonia, like I can't breathe, or I'm like literally like I have a stomach bug. I'm not that. Like, outside of that, everyone's fucked. Everyone is fucked. Literally everyone.